Buongiorno, thanks for having me.
I guess you're welcome.
My name is Don Cheadle.
Do you understand the crimes that you stand? Are you all right?
Oh, God. No, I'm not.
What seems to be ailing you?
I'm paying for my crimes. Say what you think that I am, and I'll say what I think that I am at the same time.
1, 2, 3. Horny
Eating
on
all I
me.
could eat at the Korean barbecue place.
What?
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. You said that you ate too much at the Korean barbecue.
I ate all I could at the Korean barbecue place.
That was a crime?
Crime against my body.
Okay. Well, you currently are being accused of an actual crime right now, which is being horny on Maine. Do you understand that?
What? No. This is all a misunderstanding. I have a very common name.
Mr. Don Cheadle, can you read us your last tweet?
10 years in and we bone like we're cheating on each other. With each other. A decade plus and her clit/taint/brown area still pones my dick.
Judge, you ever see something coming from 2 miles away?
Thank you very much.
I see.
That bulgogi's just racing through me right now.
Okay, well, we'll try to make this quick, sir.
I got us like Rainbow Road up in my guts right now.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to focus here, all right?
I actually have some pork belly I still gotta finish if that's okay.
What do you mean you've still got some?
I gotta finish what I started.
Wait, what? Is that a giant fork and knife? You brought it to the... All right.
That's funny,
It
Judge.
seems like eating more Korean barbecue is not a punishment for this
What are you
man.
talking about? It's the worst thing I can fucking imagine.
You're still doing
Judge,
it.
look how big that fork is.
Please don't make me do it.
Eating too much steak is what this next defendant stands accused of.
Howdy folks, my name's Wolfum.
Let's say, like, on a weekly basis, how many times are you enjoying a steak dinner?
I'm eating 3, 4, 5 steaks a day.
3, 4, 5 steaks a day.
But you know, if we're talking wintertime, that number goes up 8, 9, 10. You know, inflation affects these things, and our boys in blue are doing all they can to stop inflation, but they're just underfunded.
Speak
And,
on that.
They're practicing the grenade throwing, and they're shooting everyone they can, Your Honor. If they would give the boys in blue the funding they need to catch Antifa, then inflation wouldn't even be a real problem, Your Honor. Antifa caused inflation.
Damn straight.
That's a very interesting...
Antifa caused inflation and they won't let it go. Every time I go to the store, everything costs more and more.
Unfortunately, that was very catchy. I don't necessarily agree with the message.
The medium is the message, Your Honor, as Marshall McLuhan once said.
Okay. We've got some visual evidence here.
That is-
Okay, what's happening here?
that is a picture of me breaking into a car where I thought I saw some steaks, but it was not steaks.
Whose car was that?
I have no idea, Your Honor. I saw it on the highway. I was very hungry, and I looked in the back. I thought it was steak, but I guess it was some old skis.
You thought, wait, I'm sorry, you mistook a pair of old skis for steak?
I was very hungry at the time, Your Honor.
Was it sort of like one of those situations in a cartoon when a guy's on like a deserted island for a long time and his buddy kind of like turns into a ham bone or whatever?
Oh, I'm not sure, sir. I've never watched a cartoon. As you can see in the evidence, I did use my head in order to reach the steak, or rather the skis.
That's your head?
Yes, Your Honor.
I see. I guess maybe it's just the angle that
You
looks
know,
kind of
I
weird.
used to wear glasses, and that's probably why you don't recognize me in that.
Ah, it's the glasses. You're
yeah,
right.
I used
Now-
to wear glasses, but then I got the LASIK.
First of all, you're describing breaking and entering, which is a crime in and of itself.
Well, sir, I ate no steak in this scenario. So the crime of eating too much steak, I'm innocent.
That's a fair point.
I gnawed on some skis, if anything, and
That,
Double jeopardy, Judge. She can't be tried for 2 crimes at once.
that's right.
I guess that is not technically what that means, but it's appropriate here.
Double jeopardy, and if I may say, Judge, fatal attraction.
Okay, careful.
Judge, if I may say.
I'll let you know right now, Wolfam, my dick does not work. Your tricks will not work on me. We do have a question from one of our jurors who wants you to read your last tweet.
All right, let me just sign in here real quick. 10 years in, and we bone like we're cheating on each other with each other. A decade plus, and her clit/brown/taint area still pones my dick, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm not sure why the jurors felt it's so important to read that tweet. Not sure how it's relevant. Eat poop on thinking it was chocolate. The fuck? What are you guys talking about? What is that? A lot of people are saying that. Fine. I hate the ones that don't make any sense, but we'll take it.
Scooter Tank. What's up, bitch?
Scooter, okay, do not call me bitch. You will address me as Your Honor or Judge Learned Hand.
All right, Your Honorable bitch.
No.
Judge bitch.
I'm not Judge Bitch. I'm not Judge Bitch. My
You
name
are
is Judge
Judge
Learned.
Bitch.
No, I'm not Judge Bitch.
Yes, you're my friend and you're Judge bitch.
I'm not your friend and I'm not Judge Bitch.
You're my enemy and you're Judge bitch and I love you.
I am your enemy. I am not Judge Bitch, and I have sort of mixed feelings for you right now. You, sir, stand accused of ate poop on thinking it was chocolate.
Seriously?
Yes. Yes.
Seriously?
Yes. No, you did not. And we've got some visual evidence.
That's my dad, okay? He lost control of his ball and he's flying down the court because he's hungry.
Is that what they call that? The bowling court?
I think so.
Yes.
That's what Dad calls it.
Well, I can tell that you're an athlete because you're holding a basketball, so you
Damn
probably
right.
know better than me.
I'm all state.
You're all state and what?
A couple things, Your Honor.
Name them.
Varsity basketball and eating pussy.
Okay, all right. Careful with that language, Mr. Tank. You're in high school?
I'm 17.
Oh, you look way older than that.
Because of steroids.
Okay, all right. Ricky Greg says, I was having my 9th birthday at the bowling alley from that last piece of evidence. We all knew it was poop. I'm pretty sure he knew it was poop too. I'll never forget my 9th birthday at the bowling alley.
Seriously?
Pretty damning evidence. Him ate it for real.
Come on, seriously?
Didn't kiss their homies goodnight. That's a good one.
Well, you're talking to your fucking wife, Diane Hand.
Diane, we've got visual evidence, so I'm gonna cut you off. What the fuck is this? What is this shit? What am I looking at here?
I've been to every single parent-teacher conference that's been called, okay? I was called to school because Lewis has been drawing those all the time. It's not even for art class, he'll have math homework.
He's
and just submit
sending that in for math homework?
That's his math homework.
That does not look like
And
math
if you
homework.
gave a shit, you'd know that.
I'm sorry, how is this related to the homies?
Here's how this is related to the... You know what? Because guess what? Guess what? Somebody give me a gavel. Somebody hand me a gavel.
No, you do not
Somebody
get a
hand me a
gavel.
gavel.
No,
Thank
you do
you.
not get a gavel.
Here's the situation.
Where did she get that?
Guess who's the judge now, okay?
No, I'm
You.
the judge. There's
Guess
one
what?
judge. The judge has the gavel.
Who's got the bigger gavel?
Shit.
I think it's pretty clear who's the judge here. So here's the situation. Here's the situation, okay? You're on trial for not kissing the homies goodnight, and by the homies, I mean your fucking kids.
Now, what does this mean?
Means we gotta switch places.
Oh, shit.
It's just that simple.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That's not...
All right, all rise for the divorce proceedings between Diane Hand and her deadbeat piece of shit husband.
H
What do you
is
have
not
to
how
say
it's
for
supposed
yourself?
to work.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I have to say this has become a sham of a legal system. I don't agree with any of this. Bringing in my secret. What?
What?
My secret. What? Shit.
My name is Miss Scarlet. Oh, mistress.
Your name is Miss Scarlet O'Mistress.
Scarlet
Got it. And I've
O'Mistress.
never seen you before.
Well, that's very funny, Judge. I think you've seen me quite a bit.
Oh,
I knew when I saw those fucking mustard stains in the laundry. I just knew. I just
Okay,
knew.
those
I should've
could have
known.
been from
I should've
anything.
acted on
I
it.
do love a bit of mustard.
Is that a fucking gun?
This next one we're about to do, this one was actually modeled after a real life scenario that one of our officers encountered. This one is ripped straight from the headlines. So I hope it's not too traumatizing for you. Let's go.
Okay, look, I'm the real Noah,
No,
okay?
I'm actually Noah.
That's bullshit.
I love
That's
cheddar
bullshit.
cheese and riding crops. You know this about me, ENS. Come on now.
From Beaverton, Oregon.
I'm
I
actually-
like movies. I really like movies.
All rise for the Honorable me, Judge Learned Hand. Welcome, citizens, to the Now York Superior Court where you will be helping me decide who is guilty and who is not guilty in a series of criminal trials. Yes, you'll be hearing cases from small stakes crimes to potentially murders and things far more serious than that. And you'll be able to interact in a variety of ways by calling witnesses, submitting evidence, and probably some other stuff that I forgot. But the good news is there's information on all of that on your screen and probably in the chat. So figure it out. There's also a variety of new emotes, so check those out. There's some very exciting tier 2 emotes that we encourage you to pay us money to unlock. And we also changed some of how this stuff works because we could not keep letting you decide who the witnesses were. It was ruining the show. So now you call witnesses using the sound alerts and we get to decide who they are. And trust me when I say the show will be better for it. But you can still submit evidence visually on the television screen in our Discord. So if you haven't already, join the Discord, submit some evidence. You might see yours appear on that TV later tonight. Let's see who's in the jury box tonight. We've got Zubafa, Coconut Milf, Logan the Brogan, Gagent 47, Nuclear Goo, Caboose, Mjorn, E is for Evil, Monstrosity, Apple's Dragon, Wandering Sage, Moltar Ben, Scott with Too Many T's, Dirt Snake, Blues Drive Amelia, a new name here, Nightingale of Roses, and the rest. Welcome in viewers from Twitch, from YouTube. You will be tonight's jurors. You will decide who is guilty and who is not, and you'll help me get to the truth by submitting evidence along the way. But without wasting too much more time, let's go ahead and get to our first trial of the night and meet our first defendant. Defendant, please take your place at the podium and state your name for the record.
Hi, Judge. My name's Mort Ripple. Hi, hello. I'm a insult comic.
Mr. Ripple, you're a comedian, an entertainer.
Yes, sir. I made my living in the Catskills back when you could do stuff like that.
Very good, sir. Well, I'll ask you to please go easy on me today.
Go. That's what your mother said to me last night.
Oh! No, but seriously, please, this is a serious matter, Mr. Ripple. You are here currently on a criminal trial for an offense that I'm about to be reminded of. Give me just one moment. Chat, can you remind me what it is that Mr. Ripple is accused of doing? What is the crime for which Mr. Ripple finds himself in court today? Copyright infringement, plagiarism. Plagiarism, thank you, young Wheezy baby, that's right, yes. Mr. Ripple is accused of stealing his act from another comic. We'll have to find out whether or not he's guilty of that crime. Mr. Ripple, what say you to these accusations?
First of all,
How spell plagiarism, Judge?
That looks close. I think maybe swap the A and the I? I don't know.
Swap the A and the I.
No, that's wrong. That's plagiarism.
Plagiarism.
Guilty of flag. Mr. Ripple, are you alright?
yes, I do that every 20 minutes.
Okay. Mr. Ripple, what do you have to say to the accusations that you stand accused of here today?
First of all, I want to say that in the 1960s, if you lived 15 miles away from another comic, you were allowed to use their material because no one knew it. It was like I claim this joke in this part of town.
Could you speak up?
That was kind of how it worked, and 7 Jewish men wrote all the jokes, and they distributed it around the country. And we worked like that for 55 years, if you can believe it.
Well, Mr. Ripple, times have changed, and there's a comedian named Carlos Mencia who's fairly certain that you stole part of his act. I've heard the 2 acts, and they're very similar.
I was the first guy to come up with race draft. I want to be very clear about that. I did the race draft at the Catskills Ski Lodge in 1972. They hated it. They hated it.
Can we get a sample of that just so our jurors can hear what the content of the subject matter of the bit is?
Absolutely. Keep in mind this is a little different time, so the races were different. There was Irish, there was Cuban, and there was white.
And those are like the three kind of main races at the time.
Yeah. I think...
Yo, are you all right, sir?
That's what your mom said to me last night.
That feels like she's also worried about your health. That doesn't feel like a sex joke. That just feels like my mom is raising legitimate concerns for your well-being, as am I right now, Mr. Ripple.
Legitimate concerns. One second. What's your name? Judge Learned Hand?
Learned Hand, yes, Judge Learned Hand.
Did you ever learn how to give a hand job? Get over here.
That feels kind of like a long walk.
Get over here.
I'm not coming over there, Mr. Ripple. I'm fine right here on the bench. Mr. Ripple, I'm going to ask you again to please, if you wouldn't mind, giving our jurors in the chat a sample of some of your material so they might better understand the nature of your style of comedy, your comedic voice.
Absolutely. I would go to these old roasts with Dean Martin and I would say things like, I wouldn't fuck you with Lisa Lampanelli's dick.
And Lisa Lampanelli was how old when you were doing these bits?
I don't know. I just take the cards.
Well, we are going to get somebody on the witness stand. I'm not sure who it is yet. We're gonna find somebody to put on the stand. I also just want to remind our viewers, I just remembered this, that if you subscribe tonight, you get to sue somebody. Disregard what it says in the chat when you subscribe. I forgot to tell Tywin to update the copy for that. But you get to pick somebody to sue. It's gonna be, we'll figure it out kind of as we go tonight. But Mr. Ripple, is there anybody from your life that you would like to see brought to the witness stand?
You could bring my manager, or you could bring my nurse. You could bring my manager also has a nurse that does a lot of his work. You could bring my lawyer.
You want to put your lawyer on the stand? Why isn't your lawyer here representing you? I thought you were here self-represented.
He's bedridden.
He's bedridden. Okay,
permanent bedridden.
Probably not somebody to bring to the witness stand then.
I guess I should bring my closest confidant. Your mother.
No. My mother's long dead. My mother's long dead, Mr. Ripple. Now listen, we've got some evidence while we prepare this witness. We've got some visual evidence that you submitted. We're gonna direct your attention here to this television screen, Mr. Ripple, and I want you to explain to our jurors.
I faxed this over to you.
Wait, why does this say the tombstone? That's really wrong.
I faxed this over to you.
Type in the chat, exclamation point format, oops, I'll rise. It'll still be wrong, but it'll be slightly less wrong. All one word. Oops, I'll rise. It's not gonna work for you, Chad. It only works if you're a moderator, I hope. All right. Bailiff, are we ready to look at this visual evidence?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Ripple, please take a look at this television screen and explain to us how this relates to your defense. And who is this woman? Mr. Ripple.
I gotta get here. I was the first guy to think anime was funny.
You were the first guy to think anime was funny.
I was the first guy to make anime internet culture. It was 1993, Al Gore and I were watching anime together. And I said, you gotta put this on there.
What anime is this from? Do you know?
Dragon Ball Z.
That's from Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
I don't remember this character from Dragon Ball Z, if I'm being honest. And it's a very distinct art style.
That's Piccolo's wife.
That's Piccolo's wife?
Yeah, you don't remember?
I guess I fell off. And you're not just saying that because Dragon Ball Z is the only anime you know, right?
No.
So you could name 3 others.
Of course I could.
So please.
There's a Jerry Lewis movie called, I actually can't say what it's called because it is a slur now that I'm saying it out loud. So I move on, pass.
Okay, you're gonna pass on that one. Let the record show the defendant was unable to name 3 additional animes besides Dragon Ball Z.
Name 3 animes. I couldn't name my 3 kids. You know what I mean?
You have 3 children?
The only thing I can name these days
Is this gonna be another joke about my mom?
is what brand of underwear your mom buys.
And what brand is that, Mort?
Costco, Kirkland.
Shit. That lucky guess. That was a lucky guess. All right, bailiff.
She loves Kirkland because she loves it in bulk, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
Can I lay down?
No.
Can I lay down for the rest of this?
No. We're gonna call a witness to the stand. Bailiff, do we know who we're calling to the stand?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Can we get them in?
Yep.
All right, witness, please take your place at the stand, and we're gonna hear a little testimony from you. Go ahead and take a seat on the chair. Perfect, thank you. And please state your name for our stenographer.
Hi, I'm Chad.
My boy.
Hi, Chad, and can you please, for our jurors, let us know the nature of your relation to the defendant?
Subscriber.
I'm sorry?
Subscriber.
You subscribe to Mr. Ripple, and what is the nature of the subscription?
He subscribes to me. I do a lot of part-time work, varying industries.
He subscribes to, so you're...
I masturbate to his OnlyFans.
I see, okay. Thank you for that, Mr. Ripple. Thank you for that clarification. You're an adult content creator, Chad?
I'm a creative.
And what is the nature of your content?
Shorts.
You're gonna have to elaborate for me.
He wears the shortest dang shorts you ever saw. When I was a kid, if you were wearing shorts like that, you were swimming. He'll wear them on the shore.
I see. And Chad.
Yeah.
What is your relation to Mr. Ripple? I understand that Mr. Ripple subscribes to your content. Have you interfaced with him at all? Are you here to speak on his behalf as to his character?
Yeah, Mort's like my #1 subscriber. Super original guy. Whenever I need like something to spice up my creations, he'll usually feed me some lines or stuff. Pretty healthy relationship, I would say. And then it kind of transcended into much more. Hanging out weekends, late night calls, whatever regular friends do, we started doing.
I see. So there's a lot to unpack with that testimony, but I want to circle back to a detail from the beginning of that. You said he's a very creative guy. That sort of speaks to the nature of the crime that he was accused of. He's accused of plagiarism.
Hey,
maybe you can...
Chatty.
Yeah.
Chatty boy, I'm gonna give you one more here's one for free.
I'm all ears.
Skeleton goes to a bar. I'm sweating so much. Skeleton goes to a bar and he orders a beer and a mop. I just came up with that one.
Is there more to that? Or?
That just feels like a setup.
No, that's the whole joke.
Is there more?
Think about it.
Mort, is there more?
No, that's the whole. Think about it.
Oh, I get it.
A skeleton?
I get it now.
Because he
orders a beer and a mop.
You get it?
I'm there now. Chad, you there now?
Your Honor, I object.
And that's our first objection. And a reminder to our jurors, if Mort gets 3 objections over the course of this trial, he will automatically be found guilty. Chad, unless there's any other testimony you'd like to add to the record regarding Mort Ripple, or whether or not you find it likely that he plagiarized some of his material, you're free to go.
Yeah, I mean, so not too long ago, one of my best friends got married, and I needed help writing a speech. And I called Mort for something really lighthearted, and he gave me the most amazing speech ever directed towards Michelle Obama, and I thought that was just perfect.
2 mice fell into a bucket of cream. The first mice sank immediately and drowned, but the second mouse, he swam and he churned that cream into butter. That mouse was Michelle Obama.
Yes, I mean, what? It was pretty amazing. A lot of people were crying and stuff. I mean, I was enjoying it, and I mean, I think it's just probably the best writing I've ever encountered in my entire life. And again, I just do a whole bunch of different side gigs, and this is just, one of them.
Chad, I would really, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to spend a lot more time kind of getting into your whole deal. Unfortunately, we gotta move on, so I appreciate you. Is there any last thoughts you'd like to add to the record before we let you go? Chad.
Oh, Chad. I thought you were saying chat.
No, Chad. I'm talking to you, Chad.
Sorry, I'm also getting a live feed of my subscribers right here in my glasses. So
you've got like the Meta AR.
I got Meta AR, so it's really hard to kind of keep track of this. Last closing statements. Is that what you asked for?
Yeah, but to be honest, you seem like a busy guy. You're kind of just free to go.
All right.
All right. Take care, man. Goodbye.
Here's another one, Your Honor.
Mr. Ripple. Make it quick because we have one more piece of visual evidence and then it's going to be time for our jurors to vote.
You ever been, you're trying to fall in love with a woman, but you're a little bee?
What?
Doctor, I'm gonna switch to my blue light glasses because I'm getting a little overstimulated.
Who is he talking to?
I'm just gonna take it from here.
All right.
Go ahead, whenever you're ready.
Bailiff, can we cue up the next piece of visual evidence?
It's ready, Judge.
Great.
His eyes look way healthy.
Mr. Ripple, you don't look healthy. Mr. Ripple, there's something happening with your eyes.
It's the blue light glasses, Judge. His eyes look better. I think this is how his eyes are supposed to look normally.
Mr. Ripple, you look unwell. Mr. Ripple, I'm not sure what's happening with your eyes, but I'm hoping that they help you to see the visual evidence that you submitted here and explain it to our jurors. What is this?
French vanilla chunky yogurt?
With peas and carrots?
Hang on, let me make sure I'm seeing this right.
Can you explain how that relates to your defense?
I eat that 2 meals a day.
You eat that 2 meals a day.
I eat this, it's the only thing that goes down.
And how does that serve to prove that you aren't a plagiarist?
Because wouldn't I plagiarize better food?
You're saying if you were a plagiarist, surely you'd be copying somebody else's more healthy diet.
Yeah, rather than drinking 2 room temp cans of yogurt soup.
It's an interesting argument and one that may sway some of our jurors, but we'll have to find out
when
now.
When I worked in the Dick Van Dyke Show writer's room, that was the only thing we were allowed to eat, and we only got it if we did a good job.
They rewarded you with yogurt soup?
It was different times, but back then you were also allowed to hit anyone who made less money than you.
Okay,
so you could kind of get it out of your system.
Mr. Ripple, we're going to queue up a poll now for our jurors to vote to decide whether or not you're guilty, and in that time, I'd like for you to give any closing arguments as to your innocence.
Another one of my original jokes. I love sex. I love it. I wish they would sell it in cans. Imagine you could go to the store and get a 6-pack of sex. You'd be leaving the pickup game, you said, I'm about to go out of here and go in.
I'm pretty sure that's Bernie Mac who said that.
I don't think so.
It's a very famous...
I gotta get this plug back into me stat.
Alright, we can go ahead and close out that poll.
I was there when Natalie Wood died.
Mr. Ripple!
I was juggling. They hired me to juggle.
Mr. Ripple, the jurors have entered their verdict, and for the crime of plagiarism, we can close the poll. For the crime of plagiarism, they have found you not guilty.
That's right. The escalator is the only thing that when it breaks, it can become stairs.
That's Mitch Hedberg. That's Mitch Hedberg.
Let me get out of here.
Famously, that's like one of his most iconic jokes.
Let me get out of here.
Okay, you're walking so slow, Mr. Ripple.
There are certain words you can't say on television.
That's Carlin, you're doing Carlin.
My words would be different.
Okay, I'd actually be interested to see what that means. Folks, our first trial is in the books and a not guilty verdict, although, frankly, it seems almost impossible that man was not plagiarizing material. He plagiarized 3 different comics on his way out. But, nevertheless, it's up to you to decide, and you've decided not guilty. I want to take this time to remind you that if you subscribe, you can you can sue somebody. I know it doesn't say that when you write in the chat. That was an oversight on my part. I was supposed to remind Tywin, or tell Tywin in the first place, that we changed how the sub rewards work in this format. But let's see anyway what happened here. Okay, some of you guys got it. Some of you guys have got it. So it looks like here are some lawsuits that are happening. Here are some lawsuits in the docket. It looks like Artsy. Can we zoom in here a little bit? No. We can. I know we can. Artsy James is suing me. Okay. Oh wait, no. He's suing somebody called Judge Bitch, and obviously we all know that that's not who I am. My name is Judge Learned Hand. There must be another judge somewhere in this jurisdiction by that name. Good luck with your suit.
I'm reading there's not.
Interesting. Then I guess someone is going to have to speak with Mr. Artsy James, or whoever that is, Mr. or Mrs. Artsy James. Moltarben has submitted, I guess, some sort of class action, Ripple v. Binch's mom. And again, I'm not sure who Binch is or their mother, but it appears that our last defendant, Mr. Mort Ripple, is currently suing somebody named Binch's mother. So those are the two lawsuits that we have so far, and we'll figure out kind of how this works as the show goes on. But if you subscribe, basically the gist is you subscribe and then say who you want to sue, and we'll put it up on the screen. That's basically it.
We got another one.
We got another one. Let's have a look at this one.
It's not ready yet.
Okay, well.
Come on, Judge.
Wait, that's not on me. I was told that. I shouldn't have to ask when he says we got another one. To me, that means we're ready to look at it. Don't tell me we got another one.
We got another one.
Is it ready? Can I look at it?
Didn't we say we got another one?
We said we got another
Well,
one.
last time you said that it wasn't ready. Is it ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got another one, Judge.
I'm gonna look at it now.
It's gonna be worth it.
Go Vindaloo is suing Dr. Anthony Fauci. Great. And that could be about anything.
Yeah.
They might have some sort of civil dispute completely unrelated from the vaccines. And we've just been demonetized on YouTube for that phrase.
Hit the demonetized emote.
Folks, if you subscribe at tier 2, we now have an emote that says demonetized, so you can join in on the fun when we don't make money on YouTube.
We got another one.
And I'm seeing them in the chat right now. And we've got another one. And can I look at it?
Hold on. We got another one.
All right. And am I ready to look at it?
I just said we got another one.
We have another one, Judge.
And Gagent47 is suing Dr. Richard Richter, founder of IUDs.
Brutal.
Interesting. All right, well, Gagent, I wish you the best of luck in your legal pursuits. But folks, go ahead and keep subscribing. We only need 18 more subs until we unlock the interrogation room, where you will get to act as a lawyer for somebody who's being interrogated by the police. So let's get those subs and let's hit that goal. But in the meantime, let's do another criminal trial here, folks, and let's get the next defendant out to the podium. Defendant, please take your place. And if you wouldn't mind, please state your name and your occupation for the record. Don't be nervous, defendant. It's okay.
I'm so sorry. I've never been in a courtroom before. My name is Zeke Sterling, Your Honor.
Mr. Sterling, welcome. And what is it that you do for a living here in our great state of New York?
Do you want my job or my passion?
I suppose your job.
And your passion, please, Judge.
Fine. Okay, job first, then passion.
Well, all right. My job is I deliver pizzas for Pizza Hut, and my passion is I would like to own. I'd like to own a Domino's franchise.
And why do you laugh at that?
Well, I just...
That's a totally respectable occupation. I think a lot of people like to be entrepreneurs.
But sometimes I just think, what are you thinking, Zeke? There's no chance you're going to get to own a Domino's franchise one day.
Well, I can tell you this much, Zeke. Having a felony charge or a criminal conviction on your file and your background is going to make it a lot harder. So I hope for your sake you're innocent of whatever it is you've been accused of today, which we're going to be reminded of right now. Chat, what is it that Mr. Sterling is accused of doing? Thank you, the Wandering Joey. Reckless driving. Yes, a delivery driver accused of reckless driving. Now, Mr. Sterling, we did have security camera footage outside of one of our businesses here in New York that saw a vehicle matching the description of your vehicle driving erratically last Tuesday night. Can you explain why we might have that?
You want me to explain why you have the footage?
Well, I guess I would hope that you would have some explanation for perhaps why a car matching the description of your car would be driving erratically, unless it were your car.
Well, no, it was not. It was not my car. Okay. It was my car. I was not the one driving the car.
I see. Can you help us understand how that might be the case? Are there other people driving your car with some regularity?
There are no rules at Pizza Hut. It's one of the reasons why I want to own Domino's. I brought my car, which I was told was an asset to the company when I got hired. Turns out that's because anybody can take the car.
I see. So it becomes, when you get hired as a delivery driver at Pizza Hut, your car sort of enters a pool amongst other drivers for use among any of the delivery drivers.
No.
Okay.
What happens is...
Help me understand.
What happens is, I guess... Pizza Hut, or at least the guy that owns this one, has a little business on the side where every time I park my car to deliver the pizzas, somebody else gets in my car and takes it and starts driving around. And I don't know if that's an app that they have, I wasn't in the car, is what I'm trying to say.
I see. Okay, well, we've got some visual evidence.
Judge, it appears to be a robust network of Pizza Hut delivery drivers that intercept each other's vehicles to get to the next location more efficiently.
Okay, yeah. A point of clarification about how this system works. When you say when you park your car, somebody else takes your car, are you saying when you park your car at the delivery destination or at the Pizza Hut after finishing a delivery?
Exactly, at the destination. So what happens is I'll get to the house, suppose it's an apartment building, I'll open the car door, and Pizza Hut, this is a by the minute kind of operation, so sometimes I leave my door open, keys in, car on, running.
That feels like your mistake, to be honest.
I'm just telling you,
Mr.
Pizza
Sterling.
Hut, Your Honor, Pizza Hut makes a lot of promises to the people buying the pizzas, and I'm just the guy who has to deliver them. There's a time limit on these things. I leave the car open, I leave the keys in, I leave it on, and sometimes the person doesn't answer the door for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and I'm just sitting there waiting, and in that time...
You're waiting for 15 minutes for somebody to answer the door for their pizza?
I have in the past, yes.
So you've walked away from your car, keys in the ignition, door wide open, and you're waiting for 15 minutes at an apartment door to deliver a pizza. And in that time, somebody comes and takes your car. Is that my understanding? Is that correct?
That does happen. This particular case was a lot less time, but yeah.
I see. Okay, well, I want to get back to the details of this specific incident, but before I do, we have some visual evidence that you've submitted as part of your defense. I want to give you an opportunity to explain that.
Good.
I'm going to direct your attention to this television screen. You just go ahead and explain to the court what it is that we're seeing and how it relates to your defense.
Yeah, no problem.
It's Jesus.
You see what that is?
I see Jesus.
I see what looks to be like a cheese pizza. Maybe there's some toppings.
Judge.
Our bailiff says they see...
Come back in on it.
Let me zoom in again.
Look at his beautiful mustache.
Now, this is a non-denominational court. We don't observe any religious deities or anything like that. So
I see Jim Morrison. Judge.
I don't... Okay, Jim Morrison you're allowed to see,
If
but...
you squint your eyes, it kind of looks like a pepperoni pizza.
No.
Whoa! I don't know what I just did there accidentally. Sorry, we just zoomed into... whatever. Mr. Sterling, I would like you to explain to the court what we're looking at.
Yeah, so that's a pizza that I try and keep in my car to keep bad people away. So you can see it's kind of rotting a little bit, and that was stolen out of the car. That's a pizza that I would never take out of the car. It's not in the car now. Why? Because somebody else was driving it.
So you recovered your car after somebody took your car?
Well, yeah, because it was, I think, somebody from another Pizza Hut who took it, because it ended up in the parking lot of the Pizza Hut that I work at. I went in, I noticed the Jesus pizza was gone, and...
How did you get back from the delivery that you were making?
I stole another car.
I see. Okay, so it is sort of like you just wait for somebody else to deliver another pizza at a house nearby, and you take their car.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how do you know that that person is also a Pizza Hut delivery driver and not just some random guy that you're carjacking?
So I don't.
So you just took a car and were like, I hope this is also a delivery car.
Your Honor, with all due respect, I'm on trial for reckless driving, not for stealing a car. So I just don't.
I know that's right.
This guy's good. This guy's good. Okay.
Maybe next time.
Fair enough. You're here for reckless driving, which you are alleging that somebody else was doing in your car. Now, do you have any idea among these other Pizza Hut drivers who that might have been?
Oh. You want me to name names?
I would love for you to name names because if you did, we might be able to bring them in as a witness to testify.
This is not going to be good because it's a very insular community. So once you start naming names, you get known as a snitch, and then one thing leads to another, and I could kiss that Domino's franchise goodbye. So I'll give you a name, but you have to promise you're not going to tell anybody.
Don't worry, it's only being entered into the public record.
Does anybody read that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, technically they could go to the courthouse and be like, I want the minutes from this case, but nobody's doing that. We are going to call this person as a witness though, so please let us know their name.
All right, so I guess my brother would be one of the people.
Your brother works at the same Pizza Hut as you?
Yeah.
And what's his name?
His name is, Clyde Sterling.
Clyde Sterling. And he's at the top of the list?
He's absolutely at the top of my list, yeah.
All right, well, we're going to bring Clyde Sterling to the stand right now. Clyde, if you wouldn't mind, please take your place at the witness stand. And just for the sake of our stenographers, state your name and your relation to the defendant.
Clyde Sterling.
And your relation to the defendant?
Zeke's cooler brother that everyone likes.
Objection, Your Honor, objection.
Sustained. Clyde, that is character testimony that is not necessary to the case at hand. Please keep it specifically to your relation to the defendant and where you were the day of the alleged crime.
Judge, in my brother's room, there's a poster of the 2015 New York
Objection,
Mets.
objection.
Overruled. Where are you going with this, Clyde? Careful, you're on thin ice.
There's a poster of the 2015 New York Mets that were in the World Series but did not win it. In my room, there's a poster of Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Interesting. Now, to me, Clyde, that would seem to indicate that you might be someone interested in recklessly driving.
Yeah, I drive really fast wherever I go.
Okay, I just want to clarify here that your brother's currently on trial for reckless driving and has named you as a primary suspect for someone who might have done that in his stead. You understand that?
This guy drives like our mom. This guy, the way he drives and the way he talks about driving, he's always like, you can't be going that fast. It's residential community. Why did you get a spoiler on your car? It's a little bug.
Your Honor, is racism allowed in the court?
I'd prefer it not be. But if you've got a really good reason for it, I'll allow it.
Well, I won't say it if it's not. I don't want to get in more trouble.
I'm pretty curious now. What were you going to say?
Well, we're technically half brothers. And,
what's racist about that?
Well, the other half of him he's Armenian.
Yeah.
Which half?
My mom's half. Otherwise, my name would end in an IN or a YN, thus signifying I'm Armenian.
It's a great point. And you're both Mr. Sterling. Zeke, how does that weigh on how the jurors should see your brother Clyde?
I know where he's going with this, Judge. You ever seen that Instagram account that's like only in Glendale?
No.
There's an Instagram account that seemingly just exists to make people think Armenians are bad people and drivers. And yeah, there's an account where it's just only clips of people in Glendale sort of doing donuts in like a place they should be going 10 miles an hour or sort of just careening all over a sidewalk to try to pass a red light. Yeah, that's sort of how every BMW in Southern California drives.
I started that account, Your Honor.
I see. Okay, so it seems like there's some familial tension here. Clyde,
I feel bad, Your Honor. I just want to say I feel bad for saying that, but I'm on trial. I don't want to go to jail. I have a lot of dreams that I just would hate to see fall apart because of my car getting stolen and being recklessly driven.
Fair enough, Zeke. And to be honest, it seems like you are an upstanding citizen based on everything I've heard here. And it seems that Clyde should perhaps be in your place. Unfortunately, that's not the position we find ourselves in. So, Clyde, I want to give you an opportunity to make some closing remarks to potentially clear your name before we let you go and vote to determine the guilt of your brother, Zeke.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Are you listening to the Tokyo Drift song?
What? What's up?
Okay. You're free to go.
Okay. I'm gonna go drive 120 miles an hour.
Okay. This one feels fairly open and shut to me, but Zeke, in the interest of justice and your opportunity to clear your name, I want to give you a chance to make some closing remarks here as to your innocence for our jurors to consider, and we are going to pull up a poll to decide whether or not you are guilty. So go ahead, the floor is yours.
Okay, I guess all I'll have to say is my brother came in here and was 10 times cooler than I am, which is just what our life has always been. And so I kind of just want to admit to the crime, because at least if I have a record, then maybe, I could be a little bit cooler.
Zeke, you can kiss your dreams of owning your own Domino's franchise goodbye if you get accused, if you're found guilty of this crime. Now, before we go any further, I have to interrupt you because we've got an emergency last-minute witness being called to the stand right now. I'm not sure who it is. Bailiff, can you bring in this last-minute witness, please?
Yeah, Judge.
All right. Zeke, this is unprecedented. Typically, after closing remarks are made, no further witnesses are called, but I will allow it.
Highly unusual, Judge.
It is highly unusual. You're not wrong. Wait a minute. How do you know that? You said this is your first time in court.
I love court TV shows.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Well, you're right. It is highly unusual, but I'm going to allow it because, frankly, I'm hoping this witness will knock some sense into you, Zeke, and have you decide to change your decision to plead guilty to this crime. So go ahead, witness. Take your place at the stand, and if you wouldn't mind, please state your name for the record.
Mother Zeke.
Mother Zeke.
Wait. You're Zeke's mom, Mrs. Sterling?
That's right.
And Mrs. Sterling, what is it that you've come here to say in regard to you? Well, we've had both of your children. Sorry, are there any other Sterling children besides Zeke and Clyde?
7 more.
7 more? Could you please name them for the record?
No.
Please, Mrs. Sterling. Please, I gotta know these 7 other...
Sure, I can do it if you want.
Please.
It's gonna be long.
I don't mind.
Are you ready?
I'm absolutely ready.
Every one of them is named Clark Gable.
That wasn't long at all. So it's Clark
Zeke. Gable 1, Clark Gable 2, Clark Gable 3, Clark Gable 4, 5, 6, and 7.
And if you forget
and then Clyde
the number,
and Zeke.
even once, they get so mad at you.
It's confusion everywhere.
I can imagine. Seems sort of self-inflicted, though, Mrs. Sterling.
Yeah, you gotta remember that Clyde is not related to Mrs. Sterling. He's Armenian on his mother's side.
Right, okay, so Clyde is Mrs. Sterling's stepson.
Yeah.
And she's so much cooler. I wore this stupid fucking shirt. No, I'm sorry. Because I needed to find a way to be cool.
No, baby,
in front of, I have the coolest family in the whole world, and I have pretty modest, but I think important dreams, and I bought this shirt for way more money than I could afford, and that's cutting into the timeline for when I can buy this.
How much did you pay for the shirt? How much you pay for that shirt?
This shirt was $49.99 after taxes.
That's not crazy.
My boy, if there's one thing my boy is, it's a driver, and also one of those people, he's a, god damn it.
Which boy are you referring to, just to be clear?
6 and 7, and also Zeke. They're just such frugal children. Love driving fast and buying stuff for cheap.
Judge, I've never watched this. Do you want to smell it?
I would rather not. I believe you.
Smell it, Judge. Smell it, Judge.
I gotta imagine it probably smells like pizza, right? Given how much time you're spending around hot pizza.
It did at one point, and then the BO took over.
Okay, well,
I ate the pizza smell completely, and now it's just body odor.
I don't want to smell that.
For a long time, he'd come home, and all the brothers would ask, "Are we having pizza?" No, it's just his clothes. It just smells like pizza. That's it.
They're all asking that in unison.
Do you know how embarrassing it is, Judge? Every time you come home, your entire family's disappointed that it's not pizza and it's just you. It's just Zeke. Every day, Judge, I have to deal with this.
I can't say I can relate to that specific problem, but I can understand it sort of. I can sympathize, if not empathize. Mrs. Sterling, we do have to get to the verdict on as to your son's guilt, so I want to give you an opportunity to make any closing remarks now before we let you go.
Of course. My son is an amazing driver. He's someone that knows how to drive, when to drive, and when not to steal cars. So, whatever the accusation...
Really quick, which son are you referring to when you're talking about... When you say my son, we've talked to a few of them tonight.
6, 7, and Zeke, okay?
Okay, so you're not talking about... Oh, you are talking about the defendant.
Yes.
Got it.
And what I mean to say is that he's not guilty, okay? He's just saying he's guilty because, truthfully, he doesn't believe in himself to be an innocent child. And that's probably the Armenian side. But the point is, he is not guilty. And I can prove it because of my motherly love.
You want to enter your motherly love as a piece of evidence into this trial?
Yes.
All right, I got a Ziploc bag over here.
Okay, Mrs. Sterling, please go speak with the bailiff about depositing some motherly love into that Ziploc bag for our jurors to consider.
Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Sterling. All right, while Mrs. Sterling is doing that, Mr. Sterling, go ahead and make your closing remarks.
I've been outcooled once again. My Steven Tyler looking mom just fucking ran a train on this courtroom. Everybody's so taken with her as if they weren't taken enough by Clyde, and now I'm stuck in this smelly, shiny shirt that nobody respects at Pizza Hut.
Well, Zeke, it was quite a trial. You went from arguing for your innocence to arguing for your own guilt to your mother coming in, arguing for your own innocence. And
Judge,
then
I
your
would like to be
cool-ass
guilty.
brother was in here for a minute, too.
I would like to be guilty. I just...
Not up to you.
I know I'm innocent. I know I'm innocent, and all the evidence points to that, but just for my own coolness, I think it's important that I'm guilty.
Well, it's not up to you, and we're closing out this poll. Mr. Sterling, the jurors have entered their verdict, and for the crime of reckless driving, they have found you not guilty.
My boy!
Damn, that's so not cool. It would have been way cooler if he was guilty.
Sorry, Mr.
Just
Sterling.
going home.
The good news is you've got a clean record and a great opportunity to open up your own Domino's franchise someday. Don't fuck it up.
Work at a Domino's.
That's the way to do it.
Your Honor, can I get a ride home? My car was stolen.
Your car was stolen during this trial?
I left it open, car, door wide open, engine on.
Oh, shucks, I done did that too.
Why not just have your mom or your brother take you home? They're both here.
My car's full with all the other brothers.
There's 5 Clark Gables in there, or 7 Clark Gables in your car?
Yes, Clyde crashed his bug straight into the courthouse wall.
Oh, geez. Okay, well, Mr. Sterling, I'm still working tonight, so I can't leave to take you home. If you wait, like,
this is a beautiful, beautiful room. I could just
I guess
stay.
you can just take a seat in the back and hang out.
I could sit by you if
No, you can't sit by me. This is kind of my zone.
There is space, Judge.
No.
Well, there's physically space. You can admit that.
There's physically space, but this is not a place for you. This is
I feel like I threw out a lot of really good law terms today.
Get the hell out of here, Zeke.
I watch a lot of court shows.
Get out of here, Zeke! You're innocent! Jesus. Okay. Well, folks, that's 2 down. 2 not guilty verdicts so far. Wow, interesting. Not typically how things go here in the New York Superior Court, but I guess we've got some strong defenses. Just as a reminder, folks, we only need 17 more subscriptions.
Basically there.
We're basically there. I know some whale's gonna come in and drop a 17 banger and get us there.
17 banger. Who's got a classic 17 banger?
Who wants to drop that 17 banger and get us to unlock the interrogation? But folks, as a reminder, not only will you be helping us hit our goal by subscribing, you also get to submit your own lawsuit. Let's thank you, Superborn Jim, for helping us get there. Now we only need 16 more. Bailiff, do we have any new trials to look at?
We have new trials.
Excellent. Let's take a look at the docket. Here's one from. Okay, it's just barely off the screen here. Maybe we can adjust that slightly. I know we can.
Sorry.
I know we have the technology to do that.
Okay.
Let's just add a line break. Nope, that's the opposite of what I would like. Let's go ahead and hit minus. Okay. We just add a line break. Yeah, that's one way to do it, I suppose.
That looks like a UFO, Judge. I'm scared.
There we go. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, line break after the thing. Yeah, exactly.
Now it looks like a hamburger, Judge.
It does look like a hamburger.
It kind of looks like a hamburger. Well, anyway, we've got some new lawsuits here on the docket. Come Dance says, followed by your testimony.
State of New York be followed by your testimony.
Interesting. It's kind of confusing. And Neon Wraith is... See, this doesn't make sense to include their usernames because it says the state of New York is suing the Tooth Fairy, and then it's a submission by a person. I think it should be... we should get rid of the state of New York, and it should just say...
Maybe make the text blue.
The Tooth Fairy... No.
That'll be good.
That's not helping.
There we go.
That's definitely not helping.
Yeah.
That's significantly worse.
That's looking good. Now I'll just make it bigger.
No, this is all worse. Let's go back to white, I think.
Okay, yeah. Right, you're right. Let me make it bigger first.
Yep.
Let's go back to white.
Let's get it white again.
There we go.
Perfect. And Neon Wraith is suing the Tooth Fairy. And if you want to submit your own lawsuit, if you want to submit your own lawsuit, go ahead and subscribe and say who you want to sue. And by the time we do this again next time, this will all make significantly more sense. But all you have to know is, please give us money. So, let's go ahead and do another trial. Since we have 16 more subs until we go to the interrogation, we've definitely got time for another trial.
Okay.
Let's bring out the defendant. Defendant, go ahead, take your place at the podium, and if you wouldn't mind, please state your name and your occupation for the record.
Augustus Bikos.
Could you spell that last name for me?
Augustus.
Right, I caught that. Just spell your last name.
B-I.
Sios. I'm sorry?
That's right.
We have it correct in the court file?
You do. Yeah.
Augustus Bisios. And Mr. Bisios, what do you do for a living here in New York?
I'm in New York?
Yes. Yes, sir. We're in the great state of New York. You find yourself in the New York jurisdiction.
I'm taking a vacation from my hometown in Greece.
I see. You're from Greece. Okay. And what do you do in Greece?
Farmer. I primarily farm olives.
An olive farmer. Okay. Yeah. A respectable occupation. Yeah. Well, Mr. Bisius, although you are no longer in Greece, the rules of New York apply to you here, and you are being held to the legal standards of this jurisdiction. Do you understand that?
I know Greek law, yes.
Okay, what I'm saying is Greek law does not apply here. You're in New York, and New York law applies.
Judge, does it feel like we're in another classic Black Knight situation?
Not really.
I feel like we might have found ourselves in another one of our classic Black Knight situations.
It's close, but not quite, because this guy isn't from the past. He's just Greek.
Do we know that?
He looks like...
I don't know.
I was born in 1993.
Okay, yeah, so he's just Greek. I mean, he's from the past in the way that we're all from the past. Like, we existed in the past, and now we're here.
That's so true, Judge.
I know someone that didn't exist in the past.
Oh. What?
Exists in the future.
Whoa. Interesting. I'd love to get into that, but before we do have to figure out what it is you've been accused of. I also noticed someone donated $5 to add to your defense. Interesting play. Okay. Hey, IDK, what this does, just wanted to find out. Have fun with it. LOL. Logan the Broken. Thank you, Logan the Broken. To clarify what that does, if you donate $5, you can write something to defend the person who's currently on trial. So you can write something to help them be not guilty. Does that make sense? Submit a defense. So defend them in court.
Logan the Broken, defend me.
Yeah, go ahead, Logan. But in the meantime, let's find out what it is that this guy allegedly did. Chat, can you remind me what Mr. Bisius is accused of?
He looks so jacked for 31, but his hair is crazy.
It's
the Greek gene.
Snurky Sorkin reminded me that it was smuggling, yes, and specifically smuggling olives into the state of New York. Now, obviously, we have very strict produce importing laws here in New York. If you bring in produce from another country, you have to declare it because it might have diseases and shit like that. So we did find in your luggage some undeclared olives. What say you to that, Mr. Besius?
They should have been in my pockets. Because I wasn't planning to put them in my luggage, but in my pockets it's fine.
Well, no, Mr. Besius. It doesn't become fine just because they're on your person. Either way, you have to declare them. Now, what were you bringing?
I declare them delicious olives.
Mr. Besius, don't clap for that.
That's all.
Don't clap for that.
Some of them right now. I would love a pocket full of olives right now.
It wouldn't be the first time someone's wanted my olives.
Mr. Besius, what were you doing trying to bring olives undeclared into New York?
I think it's silly for you to ask me why I want to bring happiness to this godforsaken New York place. I just want to give you the thing that I love the most. Delicious olives.
Did you intend to sell them while you were in New York, or how were you planning to distribute them?
Sell them. 400% increase in cost.
400% increase for what you typically sell them for in Greece.
I just give them for free in Greece because people in Greece deserve to have olives.
Well, a 400% increase from free would be free, wouldn't it, Besius?
This is not multiplication, my friend. I just want to get $400 per olive.
I see. So what? You were selling them for $400 a piece in New York.
A pit, yes.
And were you successful in selling any of these?
Once.
You sold one $400.
No. I sold it one time, but I sold more than one.
Help me understand what you mean by that.
I had one transaction, yes. But how many olives in a transaction? You'll have to guess.
I see. Well, could you tell us? I'd rather not guess.
Guess, Judge.
I'd rather just bring in whoever you sold them to as a witness.
Judge, you have to guess.
You have to guess, Judge.
Okay.
Guess.
Besius, we are preparing, I just want to let you know, we're preparing some visual evidence that you submitted. We're going to display it on this TV, but I'll throw out a number. I'm guessing you sold one olive because they cost $400 a piece.
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. Besius, who did you sell that olive to? I'd like to bring them to the stand.
One of my contacts I made from couch surfing a couple years back.
What was their name?
Their legal name or their Greek name?
They're Greek?
Yes.
I guess their Greek name.
Bolives.
Come on, man. Come on. You couldn't even say that with a straight face.
No, their name is Bolives. I'm not trying to
That's not a Greek name. Nobody's name is Bolives.
Oh, you haven't been to Mykonos.
What's their legal name?
It's Captain Crunch Bolives. What else do you want, man?
Okay. I need you to take this more serious, Besius. This is a serious crime. You could have introduced very dangerous illnesses into New York.
I would never, listen, I'm a serious person. My father, I'm actually related to Zeus.
You're related to Zeus, the Greek god?
Yeah, you know, the lineage is there.
Okay, all right, Besius. I'm getting tired of this ridiculousness. I'm going to, first of all, we're going to display a piece of your evidence, and I hope this isn't ridiculous. I hope this is a serious piece of evidence that you submitted visually onto this television screen, and I need you to explain what we're looking at and how it relates to your defense.
Problem.
And I don't want any silly business, okay?
No silly business.
Let's see. What is happening here?
This man, I took a photo of him. He wanted to make a deal with me. He said, I will take 4 olives for $3. No!
Pretty good deal, honestly. Pretty good.
That would have been a great deal.
For him, but not for me.
Right.
I don't know about that.
So what, you hung him over a railing?
No, he jumped. But I stopped.
Doesn't look like he's jumping in the photo.
I saved him after he realized the stupidity of his offer.
Why did he jump?
People get very ashamed when they make dumb business moves around me, a Greek man.
That's so real, Judge.
Okay. All right. Besius, we're going to get Bolives on the witness stand right
Bolives.
now. What? That's what I said.
We actually, Judge, there's a surprise witness.
Oh, we have a surprise witness.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
The prosecution has submitted a surprise witness.
Okay, we're bringing in a surprise witness. We'll wait on Bolives, but I would love to talk to them, so I hope somebody triggers that sound again. But in the meantime, let's find out who's on the witness stand, I guess. Witness, please state your name for the record.
You want me to state my name?
Yes, who are you?
Well, my name is Demetrius.
And Demetrius, what is your profession and your relation to the defendant, Mr. Augustus Besius?
Profession? Magician.
You're a magician. Very good. And what's your relation to the defendant?
Personal magician.
I'm sorry, you're the personal magician to
You
Mr.
heard the man,
Besius?
yes.
God, I wish I had.
What is that? Help me understand what that means. Can you help clarify the nature of your relationship?
It's actually very simple. I am hired to make things disappear from your life. If you have something maybe illegal that you brought and did not declare, well, I make it disappear until you need to sell it for 400.
Okay, this seems more like a fixer or like an attorney than a magician.
Dimitri is my #1 magic maker disappearer man. So no, he's good.
Okay.
Do one of your tricks right now.
Yeah, Demetrius, could
say
you
Alakazam? I bet it's gonna happen.
could you maybe do a piece of magic for us, Demetrius, so that our jurors can get a sense of what it is that you do?
All right, of course. So, let's say you have all seen what I look like right now, right?
Sure, we've all seen what he looks like.
What about now?
Whoa!
Completely different guy.
You look like a different guy.
Where is my friend Demetrius?
Completely different person. I don't even know if this is legal to do in a court.
I'm not sure either. I'm gonna have to go consult my textbooks.
In Greece, it's very illegal.
Okay, well, we're not in Greece, Mr. Besius. We're in New York.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
Why not are we not in Greece?
I don't know. That's sort of a philosophical question. We're in New York. We can't be in Greece. We can't be because New York is a different place.
You're talking to a philosopher, yes?
I'm talking to an olive salesman or
What?
olive farmer, I think.
What? I mean, he asked.
What's happening? What the fuck is going on? Bailiff, are you trying to do something
I am
weird?
doing a magic trick, Judge.
Whoa!
What is this?
Whoa!
Bailiff?
Sorry.
Bailiff?
I messed up.
Nobody is here.
Oh!
Nobody
Oh!
is gone.
Bailiff?
Oh my god!
I messed up so bad, Judge.
Oh!
I'll fix it.
Crazy stuff,
Okay.
right? But you could still.
You can't
my
get
voice.
that kind of magic. You just can't.
Clearly not.
Got him. I got him.
All right. There we go. That's looking a lot
but
better.
You can
Who's
do this
back?
stuff. Look at that.
Whoa! Okay, he can disappear.
Holy
That's-
shit!
That's really scary.
How is this possible?
That is
Please
like-
stop doing
I
that.
was trying to do that the whole damn time.
That's crazy. All right.
Honestly,
Demetrius,
Judge, I like surprised myself a little bit there.
Demetrius, while we have you on the stand, can you maybe tell us a little bit about what happened with these olives? It sounds like you were tasked with making the olives disappear when clearly that didn't happen because they were discovered by New York Customs at the New York airport.
Yes, well, I was hired after he got out of the airport, and then he was like, I need somebody on my side. So I made the olives reappear, which is how he was able to sell them, and then I make them disappear when I need to make them disappear.
I see. Okay.
Judge, why are you questioning my best friend, huh?
I feel
He's a
like
witness
I'm
in
the
your
witness.
trial.
I feel like you're being very disrespectful to my friend.
Hey, am I on the
It's a
witness
criminal
stand?
trial, Besius.
Not in Greece.
Yes, not in Greece. Correct. We're not in Greece. We're in a criminal trial in New York.
You can't prove we're not in Greece.
Wow, he
What?
got you there, Judge.
What are you gonna do?
Classic Greek philosopher tactic. He's put you on your heels.
Judge, would you like to go to Greece?
No, I don't want to go to Greece. I want to
could
finish
take
this
us
trial.
all to Greece in a magic trick.
Demetrius, you are free to go. You're done. We're done with you. Thank you for your testimony.
Already gone.
Make him disappear.
Where did he
Not
go?
even here.
Oh, okay. Where did he? Okay, he's still there. Yeah. Oh my God, where did he go?
Perfectly executed, perfectly timed.
I was pulling up a PNG of Greece, but I guess I'll let that sit.
Yeah, there's maybe something to be done with that later. Besius, I want to give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit more about why, despite all the evidence indicating that you basically have admitted to smuggling olives into this country to sell illegally, why our jurors should find you not guilty.
I am the Luigi of olives. I don't subscribe to your laws. I do what I need to do. And if it so happens that someone wants to buy my olives, I don't think it's a problem.
Hey,
You're sort of seeking a jury nullification situation wherein, despite admitting to the crime, you want the jurors to find you innocent because the crime is somehow unconstitutional or unjust.
That's right. You just worded it a lot worse than I did.
It's a very bold legal strategy, Mr. Besius, but one that I can't stop you from taking. Anonymous gifter, by the way, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. We're now only 9 subs away from hitting our goal. Let's hit that goal. Mr. Besius, we're gonna pull up a poll now to decide whether or not you are guilty of this crime. Are there any closing remarks? Any sort of last minute ideas or wisdoms that you'd like to impart on the jurors before they make a decision as to your fate?
Yes. The 3 olives that I tried to give away all said deny, depose, and defund.
When you gave them away.
What you gave? Who'd you give them to?
You have to make them first buy the product with their taste buds, and then they pay with their money.
Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, for the 5 more subs. So you gave 3 olives out for free, and then you sold one $400 olive to Boliv.
Yes, my best friend Boliv.
You didn't give him like friend rates?
I did give him friend rate.
So how much does an olive typically cost?
$7,000.
$7,000 for one olive.
These are pristine olives.
You're giving them away for free in Greece.
Is it those big red ones? Those huge red
Massive.
olives? Oh my god.
Those are the ones.
Giant red olives.
You can eat them like a hand fruit, Judge.
That's disgusting.
No, they're amazing, Judge.
Well, thank you. Who was that last person who just gifted 5 subs? That was very generous. Sentinel, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs and helping us hit our goal.
Alex is so dressed up. Alex has so many layers.
We've got a witness who is really excited to get on the stand. Unfortunately, no one's paid for that, and we are voting. Let's go ahead.
It's a guy.
Oh, I see. Let's go ahead and close out this poll. Well, Besius, our jurors have entered their verdict, and for the crime of smuggling olives into the state of New York. Wait a minute! Uh-oh. We have to rescind that verdict, actually, Besius, because a witness has been called at the last minute.
Do not give them this power, Jake.
I got it.
We're gonna do it really fast.
Do not set this precedent.
We gotta do it really, really fast.
In Greek court, sometimes it goes much longer than you intend.
Tell me a little bit more about Greek court. What's it like over there?
Everything's stone.
What, like the building?
Cool.
It's all like light stone, marble.
Right.
There's pillars.
We kind of got pillars. Look at this. I guess we kind of like borrowed that from you guys, huh?
Yes, but that's wooden, and we have like straight stone.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. Well, let's go ahead and get our last witness on the stand, and let's make this quick because we have to vote. Witness, please state your name for the record.
What up? It's me, Zeus.
Oh my god, the god of thunder? I thought this guy was kidding about that.
It's me. No, it's my son. It's my boy. It's my boy.
Wait, it's your
Augustus.
son? I thought it was like direct lineage, like he was like great grandpa or some shit.
Your little brain can't comprehend time the way Zeus can. He can be both great grandpa and also like present day father.
I see. Okay, so you
You think I call all of them like great grandson? I just call them son.
Okay.
I don't have time for all that.
I suppose that's more convenient. All right, well, Zeus, can you please, I guess we know what your relation to the defendant is. Just go ahead and enter your testimony, whatever it is you have to say about the defendant.
I don't know much about him. As I said, I have a lot of sons. I have a lot of grandsons. Just wanted to kind of show up because I haven't really been around for him that much. Just wanted to say, sorry.
Wait, sorry for what, Papa?
For just kind of being absent father.
Papa, I don't think that's your fault. You're trying to rule from above.
Thank you for letting me off. Thanks for letting me off the hook with that one.
No problem. Just a quick question. Can you let me off for some other things too?
What we talk? Oh, you want me to?
Need you to kill some.
I need bolt this guy.
I need you to kill some people.
No. Bailiff, please.
I will lightning bolt this guy.
Bailiff, apprehend this gun. All right, our bailiff, I guess you guys didn't see it, but our bailiff just did the Dragon Ball Z thing where two power moves kind of combine at the same time and cancel each other out.
Holy shit.
Judge?
Oh my
was
god.
Crazy.
Everyone seems so exhausted. Does anyone want an olive? $400.
All right, let's vote. Get the poll up. And folks, just a reminder, if you give us significantly more money, we'll be able to do visual effects like Dragon Ball Z Energy Blast
If we built
crashing
you,
into
I
each
could've
other.
pulled up the thing. How the hell I do that, Judge? I'm from Baton Rouge. I ain't never been to no country on the Mediterranean. How I shooting lightning out my hands like that?
If you believe anything's possible.
All right, I've seen enough. Let's close out this poll.
Wow, your dad's loving testimony turned.
Incredible. The tides have been turned, and the jurors have entered their verdict. Mr. Besius, for the crime of smuggling illegal olives into the state of New York, the jurors have found you guilty.
Oh, it's just like what happened to Caesar.
What do you mean?
He was shot or stabbed.
He was stabbed in the back.
by his best friends.
How is this like that at all?
I just feel like emotionally, I feel like I was...
Like it's sad?
I would say so.
Okay. I guess in that way.
Are
it's
you
like
happy
that.
at this decision?
No, I'm just saying like the detail. There's so many details that are unlike that scenario. It's just sort of like doesn't feel like really an apt comparison.
I feel like you need to go back to school and read up on your Greek mythology.
Caesar's not Greek mythology. That was like
it's included. It's included.
Isn't he Roman?
We're all Greek.
That's right.
All right, Besius. All we have to find out now is what your punishment is. Chat, what are we gonna do to this guy for smuggling and chained to a giant olive? Pump him? The fuck does that mean? He has to eat an olive from a can. Yes, Moltar Ben. Yes. A great punishment for an authentic Greek. You have to eat one of our gross-ass canned olives.
I can't.
You must.
My taste buds won't allow it.
I sentence you to that.
Okay.
Farewell. Go eat an olive.
I'm gonna suck on that juice.
Well, folks, our first guilty verdict of the night, and very nearly not guilty, but after the testimony of the Greek god Zeus, which seemed fairly beneficial to the defendant, for some reason the jury turned on Mr. Besius and found him guilty of smuggling olives. But sometimes that's the way it goes. The point is, folks, thanks to your generosity, we've hit our sub goal, and it's time now to head on down to the New York Police Department, where an alleged criminal is being interrogated by the police, and they need your help as their attorney to kind of get them off the hook. So we're gonna go check that out. But before we do, let's see if we have any more lawsuits. Bailiff? Oh, yes we do. Here's one from Superborn Jim, who is suing Henry Kissinger's ghost. Thank goodness somebody's doing it. Thank you, Superborn Jim, and thank you to everybody who's subscribed so far. And if you haven't already, just a reminder, if you subscribe tonight, you can submit your own lawsuit, and we will display it on stream, and I'll read it out loud just like that. And if you haven't, you got gifted a sub, think about upgrading it to a regular recurring paid sub, or upgrading to a tier 2 sub to unlock some exciting Everything Now emotes that we just added today. It's helping us hit our goal of 300 partner points. If we get 300 partner points over 3 months, well, more money goes to us and less money goes to Amazon. So help us hit that goal.
And don't forget about the evidence TV, Judge. Show them that again.
Audio popping continues to get worse, I'm being
I really
told.
can't hear shit on that.
I hear it.
Okay, we're gonna look into that. What do we?
Oh, now I'm hearing it.
What is what kind of popping
Show
is
the
it?
evidence TV.
It's the popping that we get when we do party quests and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that. I think I have an idea of what might be causing that. Show what?
Evidence TV.
Okay. Interesting. Much to consider here.
Much to consider.
I'm not gonna weigh in on that. Goodbye.
All right, pal. We saw you at the horse track, and then all the horses left town forever. We think you might have had something to do with that. Did you break all those horses out of the racetrack?
Listen, I'm a bad man. But I can't let them know that. So you gotta let me know what to say. What was I doing at the tracks? Was I letting the horses out? What was going on there? A lot of things I can't read out loud.
It's like, yeah, you fuck them.
A lot of things, a lot of things I can't read right now.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot of horrible stuff. A lot of horrible stuff here. Yeah. Listen, fellas. I got it. I'm what you could call a horse girl. Okay? That just means I'm kind of obsessed with horses. You ever have like someone in your elementary school that was kind of a girl you knew that was really obsessed with horses? It's kind of the term we use. I'm a horse girl. I just kind of like them. I just kind of like looking at them.
You ever date a girl in middle school who's really into horses and she has a really strict mom?
Did I ever date the girl in middle school?
Yeah, I feel like I dated a girl in middle school who's really into horses and her mom was mean.
This guy looks like he didn't date anyone in middle school.
I tried.
Yeah, you're going to jail. I'll
You made us mad. You made us mad by.
Why would you
pointing
say
out that my associate here is very sexless. You better do something to correct that right now. Because when we feel bad, we do things that are fucked up, but it's okay because we're cops. So you better make us feel good right now.
You're not gonna like us when we get all emotional.
Yeah. When a cop gets sad, I beat you over the head. Beat the shit out of you. I kill you with a fucking baton.
Looks like I insulted one of the officers here by saying he didn't date anyone in middle school. What should I say? How should I make it up to him? Let's take a look at the chat. Punch him in the nuts. Ask him out. Ride a horse shirtless. Say nothing. Getting a lot of double downs. A lot of double downs. Okay.
Just so we're clear, you guys were dating in middle school? You guys were going on dates?
Just like casually, dude.
Just
hang on, wait a minute.
It seems like you were watching Phineas and Ferb in middle school. You're too busy watching Phineas and Ferb to date anyone.
Stay back.
That's a good show.
No,
It's not worth it. That's a good show. Don't say it derogatorily.
It's not worth it, man. Hey, you got a lot of nerve. First you go after my partner, then you go after Phineas and Ferb. You got a lot of nerve, pal. I better hear, and I have completely forgotten what we brought you in here for, but I better hear something to make up for your behavior today. Otherwise, like I said, we're going to become emotional cops. And what does that mean? We're going to drag you to an alley, beat you to death, laugh about it after, throw a loose bag of drugs on you, and walk away.
And sometimes we don't even walk away, we just stand for longer over your dead body.
While doing the drugs, we would then plant on you.
And then we also teabag you a little bit.
We get half the city's budget.
To kill you if you piss us off.
Looks like I hit a sore spot with the old Phineas and Ferb there. Looks like I shouldn't have gone there. Seems like they're gonna take me out back and whoop me. What should I say? What should I do? I wish I remembered well how Rocket Power was theme song went. Kiss the interrogator. How big a boy are you? Tell them no thank you. Do drugs with them. Someone just says skincare.
Those three.
Weird. Tell them about some winning horse. Like their mom. Just say sorry.
We should not give him this much time to answer.
No,
we should really.
I want to ask him why he's just staring off like that.
If I didn't have so many internal thoughts right now, I would really push him for this answer.
I know. I'm so lost in my own angst.
Oh, so much of it, even as cops.
How many dates would you say you've gone
All right, I got it.
school, like, per semester?
4?
Yeah, 4 to 5.
All right,
4
what's
to
up?
5? With
Yeah, different women.
You wanted to become a cop because of Perry the Platypus. I know that for a fact. You saw him in his little detective gear and his little hat, and you're like, maybe I could do that someday. Maybe I could grow up and be Perry the Platypus, and you couldn't. You couldn't be Perry the Platypus. No, don't stop. I'm gonna get you. The closest thing you get to was being a dirty, rotten cop.
Take it easy.
What did he say there? I didn't hear him.
He said the closest thing you can do is being a dirty, rotten cop, and let me tell you something, you are. You are.
I'm the dirtiest, rottenest cop this whole town's ever seen.
You are.
Damn straight.
Okay? Can you get the fuck out of here? You have absolutely broken our hearts today.
What should I do? How should I make my exit? I really messed them up. I really hit them hard with something they weren't ready for. Kiss them already, run.
Wait further.
Alright, I got it.
Time cheddar.
Alright, got it.
No! Damn it!
Order! All rise for the Honorable me, Judge Learned Hand. We're back in court, folks, and if you're just joining us, we are hearing some criminal trials for citizens here in the state of New York, and you, the viewers at home, are helping us with these trials by asking questions, submitting evidence, and ultimately voting to decide who's guilty and who's not. You can also submit your own lawsuits. So consider subscribing and submitting a lawsuit. That'll look something like this. Superborn Jim suing Henry Kissinger. Moltar Ben is suing Ripple v. Bitch's mom. We didn't totally figure out exactly how this was going to work tonight. It's a new thing we're trying out. Next time it'll make a lot more sense. But the point is, if you subscribe, you can sue somebody. And you just write who you want to sue. I think that's ultimately how this is going to work. In the meantime, though, folks, we have raised the sub goal to 50. So if we get, what is that, 21 more subs, we'll go back for another police interrogation. And while we wait for that, let's go ahead and run another trial. So, defendant, please go ahead and take your place at the podium and state your name and your occupation for the record.
I'm Mr. Clean.
Let's see, Mr. Clean. Do you have a first name, Mr. Clean?
I'm Mr. Clean. I'm the guy. I'm the guy on the sponges and shit.
You're the guy from the commercials.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a real guy.
Yeah, it's me, and I heard someone's been a real dirty boy.
What?
I heard someone's been a real dirty boy.
What do you...
Needs to be cleaned up.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I heard someone's been a real dirty boy.
Who said that?
Who am I looking at right now?
You're looking at me. Who said that?
Hey, you look filthy.
Well, I can assure you I showered just this morning.
I can smell you from over here.
Oh, what are you smelling?
Injustice.
It's gotta be somebody else. Mr. Clean, you find yourself in court today because you've been accused of a crime, and we're gonna find out what that crime is right now. Chat, what is it that Mr. Clean is accused of? What is the crime for which he stands accused today? Money laundering. Thank you, Benito. Mr. Clean, it seems that you cleaned the wrong thing. Allegedly. What's happening? What are you doing?
I'm charging up right now.
What do you mean?
Getting ready to clean you.
What are you saying?
I'm getting ready to clean you.
You're not gonna clean me. I'm clean enough, thank you.
I'm gonna clean you up.
No, you're not. You're gonna stand right there and you're gonna listen to what I say. You've been accused of laundering money. Do you understand that, Mr.
Filthy
Clean?
boy.
No, this is not about me, Mr. Clean. This is about you. You've been accused of laundering money, and we're gonna add that to your case file right now. Right, bailiff?
Just stretching.
I'm really freaking out back here.
What's going on?
I'm just like, I'm so bad at the fucking computer. What's he in trouble for?
Laundering money, bailiff.
All right.
Somebody is asking where his earring is. It's right here. You see it?
Careful, you're getting cropped out really crazy.
This is an ENS out of context, for sure.
Do you see it now?
Mr. Clean, you've been accused of laundering money. Now, obviously, you're a businessman, and you've got quite a wide variety of goods that you sell under the Mr. Clean brand, sponges, soaps, these sorts of things.
Magic eraser. Some say I can erase anything off this planet.
Off this planet? What?
Ominous.
That's really scary the way you said it.
Just plugging my product. Is that a problem?
Well, it may be, Mr. Clean, because if you're laundering money through your business, that could mean that your business is doing business illegally, and that would potentially cause you to be found guilty of this crime.
All my money is clean, just like me, Judge.
Well, we're gonna see about that, Mr. Clean. Now, apparently, we have some footage of you outside of a local laundromat removing money from a vending machine, a change-making machine. Now, why would somebody like you as a business, a multi-million-dollar business, need to work in a cash-focused business like a laundromat unless you were laundering money?
What's my name?
Well, you've said it.
What's my name?
Your name is Mr. Clean.
That's right. That's right. And so, Mr. Clean, I oversee all things clean. Laundromats, doggy grooming services, the little Jolie shower filters.
What is that?
That kind of cleans your water. You put a little shower head on your thing so it filters your water for you. It's kind of like a Brita for your body.
Oh, like if you have hard water, if you live in a place with hard water, it's like gets rid of like
filters
calcium.
it. So I have a lot of businesses. I oversee a lot of things. I oversee everything that's clean. So obviously I would be in a laundromat.
Well, what were you doing extracting change and cash? And we have our first objection, Mr. Clean. I want to remind you that if we get 3 objections over the course of your trial, you'll be found automatically guilty no matter what. What are you doing? Stop that. Stop.
I'll find him.
Stop that. Yeah, bailiff, use your laser powers.
I just did.
Whoa! And that's 2, and let's raise the price of that significantly before someone else does it. That's 2 objections. You're on thin ice, Mr. Clean.
I just magic erased both those people that objected to me.
Damn it. All right. I guess be careful. He's magic erasing people who object. Now,
Judge,
Mr. Clean.
there's a giant hole in my midsection.
Okay. Do you need to see a doctor?
Do you think I should?
Well, could you wait until the end of this trial? I kind of need you here.
A bumblebee just flew through me.
Okay. That seems fine.
Alright, I'll try to hang out.
Just hang in there.
I'm gonna play on my iPad.
Okay, I need you to focus though.
Okay, I can play Fruit Ninja and focus at the same time.
There might be like evidence and stuff we need to look at.
It's cold.
Thanks for the sub, EQ Washu. Anyway, Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about how you run your business empire. Well, I think people in the chat may be familiar with you, but for those of us that aren't, tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, it all started when I invented soap. Before that, everything was dirty. Nobody knew how to clean anything. So I invented soap.
And when was this?
This was about 1983.
So prior to 1983, there was no soap, and everyone just kind of
There was no such thing as soap. Everyone did the whole, pocket full of posies thing. You know about that?
You would put flowers in your pocket to not smell like poop?
Yep. They would do that. They didn't know what to do, and then I invented soap.
Well, that must have been incredible. Did you patent it to prevent other people from using it?
I tried to do it. I could really only get the sponges. The sponges were the big part because that was the soap delivery system. But then people kind of found the formula, and they figured it out. I made it in kind of an RV Winnebago. I had these chemicals mixing together, and I got this really good pure soap, this really good blue ice pure soap, and money was coming in like crazy. Money was coming in. Everybody wanted to come in from all over the world just to get my nice clear blue soap. And so I was getting money everywhere,
This is starting to sound kind of familiar, Mr. Clean.
Well, how so?
Well, it kind of sounds like a television program I saw.
Like Cheers?
No. Mr. Clean, we've got some visual evidence here that might clear this whole thing up. I'm going to direct your attention to this television screen here, and I just need you, Mr. Clean, to tell me and the rest of the courtroom what we're looking at and how it relates to your defense. Do you understand?
I understand.
All right. Who is this? And what are we looking at?
It's my dad.
That's your dad?
It's my dad.
And now I assume he's also Mr. Clean. That would make you Mr. Clean Jr., or what's the deal with that?
He's Mr. Dirty. I changed my name.
Your dad is Mr. Dirty?
My dad is Mr. Dirty.
He's so clean.
And
this was the last image that was seen of him.
In this photo, it looks like he's covered in soap.
He looks
which
so clean.
I tried.
I
tried to clean him. I tried so hard to clean him. I tried so hard to clean him.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
he just kept shooting at me. He said, "I'm not gonna be clean."
Who took that photo?
I'm not gonna be clean.
Oh, we got.
Oh no. Well, Mr. Clean, I wish we could explore this further, but it seems that there's been a third objection. But before we let you go, and by let you go, I mean we find you guilty and find out what your punishment is, I want to give
This
you
is a crazy system.
What?
This is like America's Got Talent?
Money
Yeah.
talks, pal.
In this jurisdiction, if 3 random people say, "I've heard enough of this guy," you're guilty no matter what.
This is messed up.
It's the way the law works here. Stop! Ow! 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 Ow!
I just sucked all the dirt out of your pores.
Oh. Thank you.
Hope that helps you get a bit cleared up.
I'm so soft. Mr. Clean, I want to give you an opportunity to make some closing remarks, even though we are going to find you
I'm already
automatically-
guilty.
Yeah, I know, but like, is there anything that you want to say regarding your philosophy about being dirty or anything that you want the people to know? I'm giving you a platform before we send you off to your punishment.
Listen, people. Listen to me. Don't be afraid to wash your dad. Even if he's trying to shoot you with a gun, don't be afraid.
Really?
We need to be the ones to clean our fathers, okay?
No way.
We need to be able to clean the dirt off them, so the dirt doesn't run down to the other generations like us. We gotta remain clean, and we gotta clean up. I like, you know how they say manage up? I like to say we like to clean up. You like to clean from the bottom, go up. Clean them the way you want to be cleaned.
That's actually incredibly profound and beautiful.
So
Mr.
that means
Clean.
like in between the ass cheeks and all that stuff too.
Okay, you kind of ruined it with that, but the point is taken. Sorry, I'm kind of distracted. The mouse is back.
He looks smaller, Judge. I'm worried.
I think it's a different mouse.
I'm worried that we Yeah, we'll talk about it after the stream.
Mr. Clean,
Clean your dad's ass.
you're guilty. Get the hell out of here.
What am I? Aren't you gonna sentence me?
Oh
or
wait,
something?
yeah, we have to find out what you're guilty of. I mean, what your punishment is. Chat, what are we doing to this guy? Judge got nips? What does that mean? What are we gonna do to this guy? Eat dirt? Forced anal cleansing. Whoa, what's happening? Why is he so big? What's going on? Push him in the mud. Oh.
Is anyone else getting turned out?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm hot. Okay, well, we're gonna push you in the mud.
No!
We're pushing you in the mud.
No!
We're gonna make you dirty by pushing you in the mud. Yep.
Use your powers.
This is soap.
What is it? It's like pointy soap?
It's pointy soap. It scratches the dirt off.
Okay. Sort of exfoliating. Now have it come in over here.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Oh. Ah, it's coming at me! Ah! No!
One sec, there's so many assets.
Ah! Oh!
One sec.
Ah!
One sec.
Oh! Oh no!
Here it comes.
Oh! 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 Oh no! Oh, it's oh gosh! Oh no! Well, all right. We're probably good on that, right?
Yeah.
All right, get the hell
Your
out of
hair
here.
smells delicious now. I
Thank
bet.
you. Don't come near me again. Don't do this. Don't do this shit. Don't do that. Don't. That fucks up the whole shot. It ruins the illusion when you do that.
Look at that damn thing.
Don't do this. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Don't look at your pores. This is crazy. Get out of here. Stop. Stop. You're ruining the illusion. Everyone's gonna know we only use one camera for this whole shit. Get out of here. Stop. Go away. We gotta do another trial. You're done. Goodbye. Folks, we need 19 more subscriptions. We need 19 more subscriptions desperately so that we can do one more interrogation before the end of the night. But while we wait for those to come in, and I know they will, but while we wait for those subscriptions to come in, first of all, I think we got some more trials on our docket. Bailiff, is that true?
We do. They are absolutely not ready.
Great.
Absolutely not ready for you.
If you subscribe, you get to submit a person person, company, entity that you want to sue, and we will display it on stream. And our bailiff is preparing those right now. We're going to take a look at those.
They're ready.
Fuck. You said they were ready.
Fuck!
I'll find a better way to display these later. Superborn Jim is suing Henry Kissinger's ghost. We mentioned that before. Tywin is suing Peter Thiel. EQ Washu is suing Nightbot, the automated moderator in the Twitch chat. He says that they know it, or they say that it knows what it did. And Farnham is suing the mouse on set, and thank goodness someone is taking that thing to justice.
Hopefully only one.
Where is he?
I just saw he's over in the corner here.
Okay.
I really think...
I think there's probably at least two, and probably more.
And I think we got rid of their dad.
You think we got rid of their
I
dad?
think we released their dad into the wild, and now like the mom and the kids are like, where's the dad?
Well, hopefully they go find him.
Oh, God, I feel like shit right now.
Just 19 more subs. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do one more trial. Yeah, we got 15 more minutes. That's enough time for a trial. Let's do one more trial, and hopefully during the course of this trial, we'll get 19 more subs and do another interrogation. Defendant, go ahead and take your place at the podium and state your name for the record.
Can I play you guys a song before I state my name, or?
You want to play a song before you state your name?
I just think it'll help my case a little bit. That's all.
All right, it's highly unusual, but defendant, I will allow it. You can go ahead and play a song, and thank you, Anonymous, for the one gifted sub.
Do you have a speaker system here, Your Honor?
Well, you have an electric saxophone?
Well, I was just kind of hoping to maybe go on Spotify and play best saxophone songs of all time or something, and I'll just sort of play along. I'm learning, Your Honor. This is a brand new instrument for me. I've just found it outside.
Okay, so you... All right, thank you for the $5, Logan. Please enter your defense of our defendant, whose name we don't know and whose crime we don't know yet. Defendant, if you don't know how to play the instrument, I'm going to rescind my offer to allow you to play it and request again that you give us your name and occupation.
Right, you're lost. Well, my name is Giorgio.
Giorgio?
Correct, yes.
And your occupation, Mr. Giorgio?
Well, I suppose as aspiring saxophone player. If you want to know what I did in my previous life, I was a private detective.
You are a private detective, and you've fallen into unemployment, or what do you do right now?
Well, I solve cases so fast, Your Honor, that I'm currently unemployed, yes, and I'm looking for a hobby, and I seem to have found one.
I see. All right, well, Mr. Giorgio, you find yourself today in the court of law accused of a crime. We're going to find out what that crime is. Chat, go ahead and let me know what Mr. Giorgio has been accused of, and thank you, MCP Pants, for the subscription. And also to you, anonymous gifter, what did this guy do?
Your Honor, do you know, where do I put my hands?
I can't help you with that. What I can help you with is knowing what your crime is. The Quaker Oats guy reminded me that you've been accused of violating noise ordinances. Now, here in the jurisdiction of New York, we have very strict noise ordinances that take place after 10 p.m. If you're too loud after 10 p.m., you can be brought to task by your neighbors. Now, we did have a neighbor who submitted testimony. They were requested to remain anonymous, but they said that you were, they heard some very loud and strange noises coming from your home after 10 p.m. last Tuesday. Do you know what that might be referring to?
It could be honestly anything, Your Honor. I mean, there's no way of, so can I give you a list of kind of what my day looks like?
Yeah, run me through your day. I mean, I guess really it's only relevant for things that happened after 10 p.m., but I'm curious to know what else you do during the day.
Well, I mean, I guess, okay, so I wake up in the morning around 9 p.m.
You wake up, I'm sorry, you said you wake up in the morning around 8 or 9 p.m.?
Yeah, I wake up in the morning around 8 or 9 p.m.
So something of a nocturnal private investigator.
Well, I'm a detective, Your Honor. That's my job, is I operate at night.
So the day starts at 9 p.m. and then what?
Well, there's usually a woman waiting for me with a crime that she needs me to solve, so I'll talk to her for 5 to 6 minutes, and then once that's done, I go out and I solve the crime and I bring the guy back to my house.
I'm sorry, wait, you work out of your home?
That's yes.
I see. So at 9 p.m., a woman shows up at your house to tell you about a crime. You go out and solve it, and then you bring the perp back to your house?
My business hours, Your Honor, are 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. every single night. Because they give me the crime, and I solve the crime in the hour.
I see. Well, then, maybe I'm confused. Apparently, there were some noises that were happening after you finished for the day, after 10 p.m. What might those noises have been?
That's my free time. That's what I'm trying. Like I said, I'm trying to learn an instrument. I don't have one currently, so I use my voice as my instrument to make different sounds.
Can we get a sample of what that might be like?
Oh, sure.
Wait. Shit.
What's going on, bailiff?
I'm ready.
What? Ready for what?
Do your music.
This is a kangaroo court, Your Honor.
Do your music. I'm ready.
Mr. Giorgio, we want to hear some of your saxophone?
All right. So, okay, yeah. For example, just let me set the mood. It's 10:01 p.m. I'm done for the day. I've solved a big crime. Everybody is happy with me. The city's sort of celebrating, and then I'm in my house.
How is he doing that? Is this gonna get us DMCA?
No, this is from Story Blocked.
So something kind of like that, but just a lot louder.
It was pretty loud in the room here.
Yeah, something like that, but just a lot louder.
Can we hear that again? How are you doing the drums? What am I hearing right now? It's so fucking loud.
Something like that, but
says
just
somebody
picture
in
it
the
a
chat.
lot louder than how it played in the movie.
Okay, well,
It's a lot louder than that.
I'm starting to see why you potentially violated a noise ordinance here in New York. Is that the volume that you're playing at 10 p.m.?
Loud, much
louder than
I
that.
said, a lot louder than that. Yeah.
And what is that song?
That I just played?
Yeah. Whoa! An anonymous gifter just gifted us 25 subs. Thank you so much, anonymous gifter. Giorgio, what was the name of that song that you just played?
That's the song from my heart.
That's the name of the song?
Well, I named the song after the woman that comes in every night and gives me a crime. So that particular song's name was Susan.
I would love if someone would call Susan to the witness stand. I'd love to talk to Susan.
It's 7:54. We gotta do a whole.
I know, but come on. Giorgio.
Oh, that's my gun. That's my gun.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry.
You can't have that here. We're gonna put Susan on the stand. Giorgio, what can you tell us about your relationship with Susan?
Well, it lasted from 9 p.m. to 9:06 p.m.
6 minutes.
Well, that's like I said, it's a 6-minute conversation. She tells me the crime, and then I go and solve it for the rest of the hour.
And what was the nature of Susan's crime? What is it that she was asking you to solve?
Well, her husband went missing. So
that's not a crime. That's I mean, I guess what did she think he was like kidnapped or something?
Well, yeah, she thought her husband was kidnapped, and she hired me to go find him.
I see. And could you maybe give us a description of Susan, her affect or her vibe, or
could I play a song that would detail what she kind of is
You
like?
gotta give me like 30 seconds.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta breathe before I play anyway.
Oh
so
yeah,
that-
do your warm-ups, do your musical warm-ups. And then play us a song that to help us understand
that's
who
my
Susan
gun.
is. Please
That's my
stop
gun.
dropping.
My gun
Do you want to
keeps
just
falling.
set that down?
It keeps falling.
Maybe just set it down on the ground or something.
I have a lot of enemies. I have a lot of enemies, y'all. I'll listen. I'll put
Keep
it
that
in,
thing on you.
Okay, it's in my pocket. Plenty.
Don't
safe
tap
in
it
there.
like that. That makes me nervous. Okay, so just to be clear and just to remind our jurors, you're about to play us a song that is going to help describe who Susan is kind of like as a person.
It's gonna give you her essence. That's right.
Great. And let's hear that song.
Okay.
How is he doing the piano?
He's so good. How is he so good?
I swear there's like jazz piano playing right now. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, with his feet. That's incredibly impressive.
Let's meet Susan. I'll turn this down a little.
All right, we're gonna meet Susan. We're gonna bring you keep
playing.
Yeah, Giorgio, you keep playing. We're
I'm
gonna
doing
have
this with my mouth.
we're gonna have Susan testify over your music.
Oh, George.
Scooch over a little bit, Susan. You're getting cropped out. Nope, Susan, other way. You're getting cropped, Susan.
Oh, George.
Give it a scooch to your left.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to give my testimony here. George, I love it. Keep playing the horn.
I'll play your horn all night, baby.
8:59 p.m. I check my husband's study. Nothing there. Per usual. He's always out about, maybe in the backyard, cutting up those bushes at night. Or maybe he's out kicking the dog.
What? What? Maybe he's out kicking the dog?
But I looked both those places and I couldn't find him. So what was I to do? What was a woman to do? I couldn't turn to the police. My husband's wrapped up in a lot of bad muckety muck.
Oh, we gotta do all the visual evidence. I forgot about that.
So I had to go over to George Giorgio's office, the only man I could turn to in a time like this.
Give us a cliff note, Susan.
That's what I said, Judge. That's what I said.
So pissed we found this in
I heard the horns playing. I knew he was in. I walked down the hall, slammed open the door. I said, "George! My husband's gone. George, are you listening to me? George, stop playing the horn. Are you listening to me?" And he would just keep playing the horn over me talking. Smoke filled the room. We were both smoking. He can smoke and play the horn at the same time. It's pretty spectacular. And I just kept shouting, "George, can you hear me?" And then, well, 10 p.m. rolled along and he said, Sorry, hon, I'm closed. And I had to leave.
That is not how I remember it.
All right, well, I wish we could find out more, but we gotta let her go because there's 2 more pieces of evidence we need to look at. George, I'm gonna show you 2 pieces of visual evidence in rapid succession. I need you to explain them both, and then we're gonna vote. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Bailiff, are we ready to take a look?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the main trial music back up.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out later.
All right.
Here we go. Oh, that's still Mr. Dirty. That's still Mr. Dirty.
Fuck!
God damn it, Bailiff.
I was too excited about
She did give me that picture, Your Honor.
She gave you a photo of Mr. Clean's dad,
Well,
Mr.
I
Dirty?
asked for a picture of the husband, and that's what she gave me, and I said, this is not his face. And so she took it back.
Wow, what a twist.
And she showed this one.
And she showed this instead.
Instead, she showed this picture.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Who is that? Jesus Christ.
That's her husband, Your Honor.
That's her husband?
That's the man I found.
That's a really scary guy. I don't want to look at that anymore. You found that? You found a guy who looked like that?
Exactly like that.
Where was he?
Where was he?
Yeah, where'd you find him?
Well, I can't reveal my secrets.
You're in court. You have to tell us.
Wait, but then wasn't it that it wasn't him? It was this next guy?
Oh, okay. It was a case of mistaken identity. This was the true husband. Woke, gritty?
Gritty's always been
You're
woke,
goddamn right,
Judge.
Your Honor.
Wow. Well, I feel like...
Found him in the last
this
place.
guy, right?
You would expect to find him.
Let's hear one more song while we
Song you
vote.
wrote about this guy?
One last song while the jurors vote.
I summoned him, Your Honor. I didn't have to find him.
Is that the lightning I see out of frame?
Don't worry about that.
Is that Mr. Clean's lightning?
Your Honor, I didn't have to
How are you
find
talking? You're playing right now.
He came to me, Your Honor. That's what happens.
Who's
when I
this?
play My music.
Wow, there was another guy.
Who is this? Who is this guy?
They're looking so hard.
Wait a minute. Who are these guys?
Where are they getting this?
You recognize this now, Your Honor?
I don't, but I'm kind of vibing with it.
We're the Chuck E. Cheese band. What am I on trial for again?
I don't remember. Close out the poll. Not guilty.
All right. I tell you why we brought this scumbag in?
No.
We found this guy inside my wife last night.
What?
Yeah. What? You want to tell us what you were doing in there?
Listen. I was in this guy's wife last night. But we can't say that. Also, please don't make me say anything about my monster hands. Please don't make me mention my monster hands. I really don't want to bring them up as a point of conversation. Please. Please, just don't make me say anything about my monster hands.
Big hands, big wife.
Fixing her nails. We were trying to break the curse. Okay, yeah. She's a monster. I was actually just with your wife because she was helping me break the curse.
Break the curse?
What kind of curse?
What kind of curse? There hasn't been a curse in this town in not 3 months.
You're trying to tell me you're the first curse in 3 months in this town?
Come here. Now I brought up that there's a curse, and they're definitely going to start looking at my monster hands. I feel like that was a bad thing to say because now they're going to be probably like, oh, it's probably his monster hands. That's probably the curse, and I don't really want to talk about my monster hands at all. What are we going to say? Please don't make me bring up anything else about my monster hands. Dry skin curse. Your hair. Curse of the monster hands. Please don't make me say that.
Was he cursed?
Okay. Well, it's definitely not the monster hands curse.
Okay.
I wish we could rule out the monster hands curse. That would help us a lot in our investigation.
It's been 3 months since the last case of a monster hands curse, so probably it's not that.
Yeah, if you just want to show us your hands right now, we can clear this whole situation up.
We can get going.
There's a big problem with that, because if I show my hands, they're gonna see that I have monster hands and not normal hands. They're gonna know that I have monster hands. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Show my feet instead. A lot of people saying show my feet. Show my feet. Take the hands off. Yeah, I wish I could do that. Okay.
Your wife's got a hand fetish, right?
Yeah. She does. She loves weird, fucked up hands. That's why I'll never satisfy her.
Yeah, let me just show you my hands real quick then.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that looks like that's your foot.
That's the kind of weird, fucked up hand my wife would be into, though, so that checks out. All right, then. That means you were fucking my wife. That means we're gonna beat the shit out of you and then leave you on the side of the road and then throw some drugs on you and laugh over your body and then get half the city's money. Unless you can prove to me that you don't have weird hands like that my wife would like, but you have different weird hands instead.
The drugs will be in a loose bag.
Oh, God. So now they saw my feet and they think I have weird, messed up hands, but now I gotta distract them with something else, and it can't be my monster hands. It can't be these monster hands. I can't show them that. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Whip it out. Say you don't have hands. Point behind the ear. Play a song, magic. Give them the curse. Ooh.
I'm still on level 5 of Cooking Mama.
That's good.
You guys gotten past level 5
I
of
have
Cooking
not.
Mama? I've been
No.
stuck on it for
That's
weeks.
good.
Sitting
It's
in
a
the car.
stumper for sure. Hey, we're the Everything Now Show.
Thanks so much for joining us, folks.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our first installment of the Wednesday shows. We appreciate you coming out and tuning in. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. Thanks to everyone who followed, who donated, who participated, who just watched. We appreciate you all. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitch. Follow us down here on all of our socials. Keep up to date on what we got going on. You can also hop in our Discord to submit images like the ones you saw for our evidence. And you can stay up to date on what we're doing and what's coming up, which we do have stuff coming up. We got a Patreon coming up that's going to be launching hopefully February 1st. So we're going to try launching that. Thank you, Creative Steve, for the names for the Patreon.
Yes.
We forgot one written testimony.
Oh, you mean a lawsuit?
Yeah.
All right, we got a lawsuit. Oh, Logan says, hey, sorry, me again. I wasn't listening when you explained what this does, but everyone is doing great. Thank you, Logan.
Perfect.
We will clarify how all of that shit works next time we do. We're trying some new stuff out. Thank you to the anonymous gifter who dropped 25 subs right towards the end of the show. That was incredibly generous. If you received the gifted sub, consider upgrading it to a regular sub. It'll help us reach our points goal or whatever that makes it so we get more money and Twitch gets less.
I think we're only like 50 points away, so...
Close. And if we missed any of the interactive stuff, I'm sorry. I get so overwhelmed and scared back there, and there's too much happening.
You guys hit the same spot as whose line? What could that mean?
Like we hit the same spot, like as in your like appetite, like we're hitting that same spot.
And they're asking us?
And hard to know what you mean by that, Lemon Pilgrimage, but thank you anyway.
Same spot as whose line for me?
Thank you, Lemon Pilgrimage.
Make me feel the same way?
Choosing to take that as a compliment. Folks, we couldn't hit the same spot as whose line without wonderful guests.
What a segue.
These guys are sort of like the Greg Proops of this show. So let's bring them on out.
Nikhil and Lawrence,
Nikhil and Lawrence, get into the house. Get into the Everything Now dollhouse.
Thank you so much for coming back. You both absolutely crushed it. Anything to plug or promote? Lawrence, anything you got?
Check out the Herald team Power of Attorney at UCB. That is the team that I play with on a recurring basis. And that's about it, yeah.
I got no plugs.
Follow Nikhil on social media. He doesn't really check it that often, but he is a really fun time.
Yeah, if you want a pretty dormant account to follow that every once in a while might post a story about like a foster dog or something.
Yeah.
Follow me. Official Nikhil fan page.
Check them both out. They're very funny. Follow their socials. If they have shows coming up, they'll be announcing them on there. And we are going to now raid, I believe, the Hangout channel.
Yeah, I think Jake's setting it up right now, so come back. But somebody asked if we're doing Party Quest soon. We actually are. Sooner than you think. It's tomorrow. We're doing Party Quest tomorrow with Connor Eats Pants. So come on and hang out with us and Connor. We're going to be streaming at an earlier time slot. We're going to be streaming at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time. So early stream. Shouts out to all our East Coasters. We're going to be streaming at 2 p.m. with Connor. So tune in and check that out. Yeah. Thank you both so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. This was super fun.
Thanks to the chat. The chat was
thank you guys.
The funniest. The chat's always hilarious. So.
You hear that? The chat's always hilarious. They're shouting out the chat. That's what's up. All right. Thank you all.
Oh my God.
What's going on over there?
Learning how to type.
I'm doing it so bad. Doing it so bad over here.
All right, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. We're gonna raid the Hangout channel. Goodbye.
Thanks again.
Bye-bye. See ya.